Yeah guys, today we're unboxing and reviewing the COD KingKong 11, a rugged smartphone that combines industrial-grade toughness with a surprisingly stylish design. The phone comes in COD's signature teal-colored box with the device image printed on top. Inside you find the handset itself, a 32-watt EU charger, a USB Type-C cable, a SIM ejector tool, some paperwork and even a pre-installed screen protector on the device, a small but welcome detail. That's all the essentials, let's take a closer look at the phone itself. The KingKong 11 fuses brute durability with futuristic flair. At 176mm tall, 84mm wide and 18.7mm thick, and weighing about 415 grams, it's not a light phone, but that's expected with a 10,200 mAh battery inside. The chassis combines polycarbonate, TPU shock absorbers and Gorilla Glass, while exposed grooves, angular contours and honeycomb textures give it a mecha-inspired look. Red accents and bold COD logo add personality, and the reinforced corners ensure resilience against hard drops. On the back, the highlight is the circular 1.46-inch smart display, which looks like a smartwatch embedded into the shell. It's flanked by the 3 rear cameras and a triple LED flash in an asymmetrical arrangement, making the phone look more like a rugged gadget from a sci-fi movie than a standard worksite device. Both the SIM tray and USB Type-C ports are sealed with rubber plugs to prevent water ingress. You also get the customizable side key, a linear hole, and a side-mounted fingerprint scanner built into the power button. This phone isn't about just looks, it's battle-tested. The KingKong 11 is IP68 and IP69K certified, meaning it can withstand high-pressure water jets, dust and total immersion. Unlike most rugged phones limited to 1.5 meters, this device can survive soaks of up to 5 meters deep for 30 minutes when the plugs are sealed. It also meets MIL STD 110H standards, withstanding drops from up to 1.5 meters and enduring extreme temperatures. On the front is a 6.72-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels and a smooth 120Hz refresh rate. You can lock it to 60 or 90 Hz, or use the auto switch mode for power savings. Brightness peaks at around 600 nits, good enough for outdoor use, with contrast ratios nearing 1650 to 1. The color temperature lays cool in the range of 9000 kelvins. Bezels are fairly slim for a rugged device, about 5mm on the top and 7mm on the bottom. The punch-hole 32MP selfie camera sits neatly in the center. Flip the phone over and you get the rear smart display. At 1.46 inches, with 360 by 360 pixel resolution, it's touch-enabled and surprisingly functional. You can check notifications, control music, preview the camera, track steps, see the calendar and even snap photos without turning on the main screen. It's a clever addition that sets the KingKong 11 apart from the other typical rugged phones. The camera setup is where the COD really shines. The 108MP Samsung main sensor outputs detailed 12MP photos by default using pixel binding. There's also a dedicated 108MP mode for full resolution shots, though those take up a bit more storage. Photos are sharp with good dynamic range, but the color balance leans slightly cool. Video recording maxes out at Quad HD 30fps. Not 4K, but definitely usable. The 8MP ultra-wide Sony sensor captures a wider perspective, though detail isn't as strong as the main shooter. Then the standout feature, a 20MP Sony night vision camera with dual infrared LEDs. It can see in total darkness, producing clear monochrome images, ideal for night patrols, camping or wildlife spotting. On the front, a 32-megapixel Samsung selfie camera with 2.0 aperture delivering decent selfies even in dim light. It can also record video at 1080p in 30 fps. In total, the KingKong 11's camera system is far more versatile than most rugged phones, with a real emphasis on utility in extreme conditions. Under the hood, the KingKong 11 runs on the MediaTek Dimensity 725, a rebranded version of the Dimensity 930 built on a 6nm process. It uses two Cortex-A78 cores at 2.5 GHz and 6 Cortex-A55 cores at 2 GHz, paired with an IMG PXM8 256 GPU. Performance sits more in the mid-range tier. In benchmarks, the phone scored around 487,000 on Antutu 10, putting it on par with the Snapdragon 695 and Exynos 1280 devices. Geekbench 6 results hit 932 single-core and 2280 multi-core, while graphics cores confirm that heavier games should be played at lower settings for smoother performance. The phone packs 16GB of LPDDR5 RAM, expandable with another 16GB of virtual RAM for a total of 32GB, plus 256 of UFS 3.1 storage that's expandable up to 1TB. Software-wise, it ships with stock Android 15, offering a clean experience with minimal bloatware. Beyond the usual Google apps, you get the Cubot's toolbox suite, including a noise meter, compass, height measuring tool, and even a pedometer app. The customizable button on the side can be mapped to apps or functions, and there's a handy mini-screen settings menu for the rear display. As for the gaming performance, I tested 3 of the more popular games. Garena Free Fire runs flawlessly, smooth frame rates, responsive controls, and no lag at all. I also tested Mobile Legends. I could play long matches without any frame drops, even during bigger teamfights.
I'll compose the greatest sonata of death for them.
Call of Duty Mobile, the most demanding games out of the 3, and it ran with consistent smoothness. No stutter, no overheating, and the graphics stayed sharp. For a rugged phone at this price point, this is certainly impressive. Usually rugged devices sacrifice gaming power to focus only on durability. But here you get the best of both worlds, extreme toughness and a fairly decent gaming performance you can rely on. If you play a lot of mobile games, this phone won't hold you back. It feels closer to a mainstream mid-range gaming phone rather than the typical rugged phone. The KingKong 11's 10,200 mAh battery is one of the largest in any smartphone. In practical use, it delivers 2 to 3 days of moderate use per charge. Charging takes about 2 hours with the bundled 33-watt adapter. The first 30% charges in just 18 minutes, reaching 60% in 40 minutes and around 90% in just over an hour. The last 10% slows significantly, taking 36 minutes to top off. The battery also stays relatively cool while charging, with max temperatures of around 44 degrees. Overall, this is a phone that excels in endurance and reliability, perfect for off-grid use, hiking or demanding fieldwork. Connectivity is another strong point. The KingKong 11 supports dual 5G SIMs in a hybrid tray, covering a wide range of bands including N1, N3, N28, N77 and N78 for global compatibility. You also get Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth 5.1, NFC, CAS display, USB-C with OTG support, and a complete GPS suite with Galileo, GLONASS and Baidu. There's no headphone jack, but the loudspeaker at the rear delivers decent volume for calls and media. The Kubot KingKong 11 combines rugged durability with a design you'll actually want to show off. It's not just a bulky utility phone, it's a rugged device with style, functionality and power. Highlights include the 5-meter waterproofing, the rear smartwatch-style display, a versatile triple camera setup with night vision, and an enormous battery that can last days. Performance is mid-range rather than flagship, and you don't get 4K video or wireless charging, but at price of around $240 it's hard to complain. For adventurers, outdoor workers, or anyone who simply wants peace of mind in phone that can take a beating, the KingKong 11 is one of the best options available. So guys, if you like this review, don't forget to hit the like button. Product links can be found in the video description. Thank you all for watching and see you all in the next video.